Hello YouTubers. You know, one of the good things about having a channel here on YouTube for those of us who make videos and produce videos is YouTube does a real good job of documenting what goes on your channel as far as your views and who's watching what and how many views are watched and what the comments are and all that. They do a real good job of presenting that. If you know where to go on your channel to look for that information, there's a whole lot of information there. If you're a video maker, video producer, I'm sure you've looked and seen those, I think they call it Insight, Channel Insight, that shows you all this information. And I enjoy doing that. I like statistics, and I like to go back and look at what videos are doing good and how many views they've had and where they're being watched in the world and all those things that you can see there on that Insight part of the channel. But there's one part of it that bothers me a little bit, and I wanted to mention that to you this morning. They have one that shows, they call it demographics on all videos that's on my channel. And I go back and look at that, and it shows what percentage male, what percentage female are watching my videos. And I'm glancing down at my computer screen when you see me glance off there. And it shows that it's pretty well split between the genders of all the age groups that watch my videos. It shows that 37% are female and that 63% are male. So that's a pretty good division. Not 50-50, but I would suppose there's probably more males watch and use YouTube than they are females for whatever reason. So that's that's kind of understandable. Part of the page goes over, and I'm going to show you this on the screen while I'm talking about it, so you'll be seeing it. Part of it shows how the viewers are broken up into different age groups. And this is where I have a little bit of a concern, a little problem with it. I know it's accurate, but anyway, I'll explain why it bothers me a bit. And my chart shows it starts out 13-year-old through 17-year-olds. And believe it or not, that's the majority of my viewers. They run about 22% of people who watch my videos are in that age group. And I guess that's easy to understand and explain, that there's probably more young people, teenagers, whatever, that have the time and the interest and are technologically advanced, I guess you would say, use computers at home and in school, so they have connected with YouTube. So 22% of my viewers are 13, 17-year-old. 18 to 24-year-old, and that's to me college age people, both men and women, females and males. The percentage drops down to about maybe 14%. There's a little drop off there from the time they get out of high school to the time they get out of college. And that's understandable. They're busy with college and things like that, and don't have all the time maybe to view videos or whatever. It goes lower in the next age group. The next age group is 25 to 34, and that drops down to maybe 13% of my viewers are in that age group. And there again, at that age, you're out starting a new career, starting a new family. You're very, very busy with work, very, very busy with family, and probably you don't spend as much time on YouTube as younger people, would be my explanation there. But then it jumps back up from the 35 to 44 year old group. It goes up to about 18% of my viewers are in that age group. Maybe they got more time or more interest to watch YouTube. You go to 45-year-old to 54-year-old, and it goes up almost to where the 13 to 17-year-old group is, and mine shows about 20% of my viewers are between the ages of 45 and 54. But after this is what bothers me. When you go in the age group from 55 to 64, you would assume, me being in that age group, that I might attract more viewers in that age group, but it drops off to only 10% of my viewers are between 55 and 64 years of age. And then the next step is even worse. it only goes above 65, and guessing it shows maybe only 2 to 3% of my viewers are 65 years old or older. That really bothers me. And I don't think it's that I maybe turn off people that are 65 and over and they wouldn't watch my channel. But I've thought about it, and I guess what it is that's the point, I guess at 55 really, where the separation of generations of technology capable and not as capable starts, I think, at about that age. Most of people 55 and over for sure didn't grow up with computers, and if they use computers and get on the internet and get on YouTube, they somewhere in the past few years have had to adapt to the modern technology. But you know, this is such a great thing, and I talk to a lot of my friends that are my age. Some are on, some are not. Some say they won't ever get on. Especially, I think the older they are, the less likely they'll ever get on and use computers and especially use YouTube. My dad, I mentioned, was 93 years old when he died. Never adapted to computers. He got where he used a cell phone, but not, and he could run video equipment like TV and VCRs and players, but he never got computer savvy, I guess you would say. So it seems to me that maybe we should be promoting to older people, and I'm one of those. I'm 64, but and I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to find a way to encourage more people around my age and older than my age to try to adapt this technology, because it's so good for somebody that, especially a retired person, or maybe a person that's disabled and you can't get out and go and do things. Having an internet connection and an interest in computers and all the things that go on, even video games, would be great for an older person. So I'm going to try to do that and see if, and I'd like for you to maybe do the same thing. If you know an older person that you could help get online or introduce to YouTube or introduce to digital videos or video making or any of those things, email, Skype and all that, that would be a great service if you know someone who, of us older folks, that you could help to get to enjoy this too. And I'd like to see those statistics go up. I'd like to see a whole lot more people 55 and older also watching the Mess About One channel. Anyway, just something that was on my mind this morning, so I thought I'd mention it to you. And I'll be back and visit with you a little later on. Good morning.